Hey Virgo, welcome to your love and romance reading for February 2022. I know February is a time of year a lot of people are thinking about love, maybe more than usual. So we're going to connect here and see what's coming up for the Virgo collective, Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. You may find this video well after February or next February, whatever, doesn't matter. You're going to find it whenever you're meant to find it and whenever it's time for you to hear the messages that are in it. Keep in mind it is a general reading for the Virgo collective. Not every single message is going to resonate, but take what does and leave what does not. Let's connect here and see what's coming up for Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. One more shuffle here. Well, one more. That doesn't feel one more. I shuffle till the cards feel right, till the cards feel ready. Okay, that feels good. I don't know. I can't explain it. I have to wait for the energy to feel like the cards are ready. And sometimes it takes a little bit longer, which makes me feel some of you might be working out some complex details in a situation. But first card coming up here. Right out the gate, I said working out some complex details, and Two of Cups. Not only is it a card of soulmates and true love, it is a card of resolution, like figuring things out, making things work, finding solutions. It can even be reconciling differences, because I keep hearing the word reconciling. And though some of you might have a situation where you're reconciling a long-term relationship or saving your marriage, that can be the case for some of you. But when I'm hearing reconciling, I'm hearing specifically reconciling differences. So maybe this person is not in your life just yet, but there might be a lot of differences here between the two of you, or certain aspects of the situation that make the relationship or the situation kind of complicated, but you're reconciling them. You're finding the common ground. You're finding a way to make things work. And the thing that I love most about the Two of Cups, as I said, it is true love, it is soulmates. But for me, the Two of Cups is giver meets giver, right? So if you have been a Virgo where you've had these cycles of being taken advantage of, or you're always the one giving in the relationship and the other person's just kind of there like dead weight. This person, this relationship is someone who is stepping up. This relationship is somebody who is giving back, and they know exactly how you feel because they had the same experiences in their life where they give and give and give and give and give, and they're just getting drained and they're done and they're tired of it. So Two of Cups is both partners are thinking, what can I do for my partner today? How can I make my partner happy? Both are filling each other's cup, right? So this is going to keep the relationship going forever, pretty much. This is going to be a very reciprocal relationship, true love, connection. I do also feel, because the moon is really jumping out at me, and I feel for some of you, you may have connected with this person or met this person around the more recent, at the time that I'm recording, the recent full moon in Cancer. You may have met this person around the full moon. Not for all of you, but I am feeling that vibe that there could have been something here around that specific moon and that energy where things just really aligned and you all were brought together quite cosmically. And that's pretty magical. Now, I'm also feeling a sense of romantic energy here with this person. And I'm feeling like there's a lot of romance, there's a lot of passion. I feel like this is like the kind of love where maybe if you haven't in the past or they haven't in the past, I'm feeling like an inspiration to like write poetry, write love letters, write songs. I feel this is a very expressive love and very romantic and sweet little gifts, but like the kinds of gifts that are sentimental, right? Maybe not like, you know, I brought you a box of chocolates or I brought you flowers, unless that's something super duper important to you. But it's more so like, this made me think of you, right? or I saw this and it made me think of the color of your eyes, or you were telling me that story when you were a little child, and you were dreaming of, having a red toy car, and they go out and they find you a little red toy car, or little sweet things like that, little sweet gestures like that are very personal, very detailed kind of gifts, sentimental gifts, detailed gifts, meaningful gifts. I also feel, for some reason, and maybe some of you have been praying for this or longing for this, I feel this is someone who is an amazing kisser, like amazing. And so maybe some of you have been longing for that, or that is something that you've been needing for physical intimacy. Like you want that intimate, like the deep sensual kissing. I don't know. It's kind of hot energy here, but I'm feeling that vibe. The next card that's coming up here for you, Virgo, is the Queen of Cups. So this could be a water sign. Some of you could be dealing with a water sign, or they may have a water placement. This could be Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. And the Queen of Cups can also sometimes traditionally in tarot be seen as wifey, like wife status, marriage. So this could be something that is manifesting into marriage, or maybe you weren't thinking of getting married and now you're thinking, well, maybe I want to be married, right? A sense of here, like traditional connection, commitment, or marriage. Queen of Cups is also a very healing, nurturing, soothing energy. And so some of you may be feeling very nurtured and soothed in this connection. I feel like this is a connection with someone who may be a parent, and like becoming a parent really changed them and shaped them in their life, and kind of like tapped them into this really nurturing energy, regardless of if they are male or female. And so I feel like you're feeling very nurtured by this person, and it's bringing out your own nurturing abilities. And so I just feel a sense of nurturing, like nurturing, taking care of each other, doing sweet things for each other, really kind of being there, caring for one another. But the Queen of Cups also comes up for me in readings to say that emotional self-care is crucial for you through this process, okay? Because it's going to help you with your manifesting, and because you are opening up to receive such a massive love and such a high level of love, intense love, you're going to have to be clear and ready for it, which means that there's going to be a lot of release. And so you have to let that happen. You're going to be tempted to push things down. You're going to be tempted not to deal with the vulnerability. You're going to be tempted not to deal with the fears and insecurities that might be popping up. But if you push them down, you only give them more power, and you cause yourself to create blocks. So as these feelings are coming to the surface, memories from your past, it's not happening to torment you. It's happening to make room for this love. So you have to ride out those waves of emotion. If you're sad or you feel like crying, you need to set aside time and let yourself cry. Angry, you need to scream into a pillow. You need to find productive ways of letting out anger or depression or sadness. You need to let yourself feel the feelings, feel the emotions. If you're remembering old betrayals or people that let you down or weren't there for you, maybe you need to do some cord cutting and release work as these things are coming to the surface. Again, it's not to torment you, but to make room and to make space. Once you let the anger out, let the sadness out, do the cord cutting, make sure you're making time for that emotional self-care and recovery, after, soothing yourself, calming yourself, making yourself feel better. This is going to be a big part in ensuring the success of this relationship and getting you to the capacity of receiving this big love that's coming in. One more thing I want to say is that some of you, because of the challenges, this is not looking like an easy situation, okay? Maybe one of you or both of you is going through a really complicated divorce right now, or custody issues. There may also be things on top of that in terms of religious backgrounds or cultural backgrounds. There could be geographical distance between the two of you. So there could be a strong connection with a lot of obstacles in the way. But Spirit is giving me the feeling and the sense that, number one, these things are going to be reconciled and solved fairly easily, surprisingly easily, and quickly, very quickly, and like unexpectedly quickly. But to get through that process, you need to be emotionally centered, and you need to be able to care and comfort yourself, because what happens otherwise, we get very emotional, we start to maybe criticize the other person or be suspicious of them or wonder what they're doing when we're not around, or having this fear that it's never going to work out, and we start to argue or fight or sabotage the relationship or push the person away. So emotional self-care is going to be crucial to keep you balanced, to keep you grounded, and to keep you open to receive. The next card that's coming up here for you, Virgo, is the Two of Swords. Now, the Two of Swords can be being at an impasse or not being on the same page. However, we know here with the Two of Cups and the Queen of Cups, there is a lot of love and there is a lot of connection. So the Two of Swords can be something that we're not seeing. Something that we're not seeing. And some of you have heard me say in previous YouTube videos that the Two of Swords for me comes up as a warning or a heads up that if we don't do what we're being guided to do, there's going to be some kind of a tower moment. It comes up for me as a warning. However, the Moon and the Two of Cups really jumped out at me, and the Moon and the Two of Swords is really jumping out at me. So I feel like Spirit is saying that this is something like the stars and planets aligning, something happening around the full moon in Cancer, and maybe something occurring the next full moon. So at the time that I'm recording this video, the next full moon is going to be February 16th, the snow moon or the hunger moon. And there can be things here happening where things aren't quite in sync. There's the whole thing of the 3 black moons happening back to back around the time that I'm recording this. So as I said, there's a sense of like things seem not to be synced or things seem not to be aligned, but I feel like something is happening where things are falling into place, and that this relationship is a massive tower moment for you in your life. And I feel like in this case, the Two of Swords is saying you don't understand, you have no clue, you have no idea, Virgo, how much this is going to change your life. And what a big love or what a big connection is. You might feel chemistry with this person. You might feel that this is a soulmate, but you have no idea how deep this runs. And I feel something is happening in the full moon in February around the 16th, where all of a sudden I heard turbo drive. Things are going into turbo drive. There's some kind of good news coming in where issues or problems are being worked out, and the process between the two of you aligning and finalizing your relationship is being sped up. I feel there's this cosmic coming together. And it's really interesting because I'm seeing like 2 grandmothers in spirit reaching out and taking each other's hand, like holding hands, like coming into partnership. So I feel there's something here even in terms of like your ancestors bringing you guys together, you know, like that person's grandmother and your grandmother, you know, coming in and like bringing you all together. So I feel there's this sense like you don't understand how deep this connection goes. You don't understand how much it's being supported and how much you all are being brought together. So I feel this is especially true if you're working on something spiritual or some kind of spiritual work. I feel this is someone that's coming in, that's filling your cup in a way that's allowing you to do this important work, right? And you're happy, you're at your best, and you're repaying them and filling their cup. And so I feel there's a lot more to this connection than you realize. And I feel like that tower energy here that I get from the Two of Swords is telling me that this relationship is inevitable. Like this has already been done. This has already been agreed. This has already been, signed upon. So you might be looking at this like, you're not sure, or you don't know if it's going to work out, but it's going to work out in miraculous ways. That's the feeling and the vibe I'm getting here from the cards. Now, the next card coming up here for you all, Virgo, is the Magician. So this person may have a Virgo or a Gemini placement, right? It could be Virgo and Gemini coming together. It could be, if you have a Gemini placement, big changes or shifts happening for you in those areas of your life or in those houses that are aligning the two of you or bringing you all together. But the Magician is a major arcana card. So this is telling me you all are contracted and agreed to meet, contracted and agreed to come together. And there's going to be a lot of manifesting happening here in this relationship. Like you all manifested one another. I'm hearing the song. I'm dating myself here. Some of you younger kids are like, who, what? Because maybe it's considered a semi one-hit wonder, although they had a couple of good songs. Not a very widely known band or song. But those of you back in the 90s, you might remember Savage Garden. They had a very beautiful song called Truly, Madly, Deeply. Right? I feel like I dreamed you into life. That's the feeling and the vibe I'm getting here from this reading, from this energy. It's like both of you are feeling like you dreamed one another, like you could not have designed a better partner for yourselves. And so there's a lot of manifesting here, as above, so below, being in that cosmic flow, things just aligning, things just happening. You might be receiving a lot of coincidences. You might be receiving a lot of angel numbers or signs or spirit animals, and spirit is letting you know you are being led, you are being guided, you are being supported. Keep your focus on where you want to be. Keep your focus on the finish line, because that's what you're going to manifest. That's what you're going to call in. You're going to call in where your focus is. So really beautiful, really powerful energy. I do feel that this is also someone that is wanting to solidify the relationship with you in a very this feels like a very sentimental person to me. And maybe Virgo, maybe you're not that sentimental, or maybe you are, but I feel like this person has a lot of sentimentality and they're wanting to solidify the relationship with you in a very sentimental way. They may be giving you like their grandmother's ring, and you might say, oh my gosh, there's no way I could accept that. But I saw the two grandmothers coming in and taking hands. And so I feel like this is a confirmation for you, right? That grandma is coming in and blessing this union, or that your grandma and their grandma are, are aligned in this. And with the Magician card also, I feel like they're wanting to do something very sentimental or very special to them in this relationship. So I do feel this is something that will be leading towards marriage. Okay, and maybe you all might have a civil ceremony at the courthouse, or just sign papers, or maybe you may have like a traditional wedding ceremony where you exchange vows. But I feel in addition to that, this person is wanting to do something very small with a small group of friends that might have a cultural significance or past life significance for them. So they might want to have some kind of a private ceremony. Maybe it's just between the two of you, but some kind of ceremony. Like they might be, wanting to exchange vows privately between the two of you. They might do something in terms of like drinking from the same cup and, doing some kind of blessing, or a hand fasting, or an old school way in which people used to get married in their background or in a certain culture. So there may be the official traditional marriage, but I feel like this is someone who's also wanting to take you aside and do something special, do something sentimental to pledge this love and to pledge this connection. It actually feels very beautiful to me. Very, very beautiful to me. And I feel like this is someone that just wants to constantly make love to you. I feel like you're manifesting really, really, really deep level of physical intimacy. And I want to emphasize intimacy. Like, this is intimate. This is emotional. This is sensual. This is passionate. This is like, this person's heart is in it. It's not just like, you're hot and let me show you how good I am in bed. It's like, this is someone who is wanting to pleasure you, to please you. Like, they're in it to know that they're making you happy. And I feel like you're feeling the same way about them. So I feel this is very fulfilling emotionally, physically, even mentally here with the Gemini element, and spiritually, right, with the Queen of Cups. So this is a powerful connection. The next card that's coming up here for you all is the Devil. Okay, now this is interesting, Virgo, and I'll tell you why. Because Virgo came up in Capricorn's reading, and now Capricorn is coming up in your reading. So if you have a Capricorn placement, big changes or big shifts might be leading you to love in your life. However, the Capricorn could be that some of you are dealing with a Capricorn. You may be dealing with a Capricorn. Or someone with a significant Capricorn placement. The Devil card can also indicate a high level of sexual connection or energy, a high level of maybe kind of even like obsessing over a person, or a sense of possessiveness. So this person might have a really strong attraction for you, or like a really strong desire to make love. But I'm just going to say this, Virgo, and maybe this is like a word of caution. This might be someone that can be a bit like possessive, not in the sense where like they're wanting to like take you and like hide you away from the rest of the world and you're not allowed to talk to anybody, but this might be somebody that gets very jealous and very insecure. And you might need to give this person a lot of reassurance. This might be somebody who just kind of like obsesses about you. And you need to make sure that you're giving this person a lot of reassurance. And you may, again, I don't feel like this is someone who's telling you you can't have friends, right? I don't feel like it's someone's like, you can't have friends, or you can't talk to people, or, but this could be someone that, you might catch them going through your phone. You might catch them going through your emails and your messages. You may see that they're really kind of, looking over your shoulder if they feel like you're texting, or, I just kind of feel like this is someone that is possibly a little eccentric, okay? May not be for every single one of you, okay? But I feel some of you need to know that you're dealing with someone who is maybe a little eccentric. I don't feel dangerous. Again, it's a general reading. Don't make major life decisions based on a general YouTube reading. But I do feel like this is someone, as I said, I don't feel like they're dangerous, but I do feel they get very jealous. And Virgo, some of you might secretly kind of like that. Some of you might secretly think it's kind of hot. And so for that reason, Spirit is coming in with a caution. Like, maybe a part of you thinks it's a little bit hot when they get jealous, or it makes you feel like, oh wow, like look at this person. They're so fiery. They're so into me. And it might seem kind of hot, but Spirit is saying you do not understand how deep this person's passions run and how terrified they are of losing you. So do not encourage the jealousy. Don't feel like, oh, well, if I reassure them, then they'll stop worrying about losing me, and then they're gonna, stop trying, and the relationship's gonna be boring. No. This person's never gonna cool off for you. It's not gonna. They're not gonna cool off. That's not gonna happen. So do not do anything to feed the jealousy or to encourage it, because then you're going to have big fights. Then you're going to have big blowouts. this person needs reassurance. And that part of you that secretly likes that they get jealous or possessive, you won't be disappointed, because they're always going to be wondering what you're up to. They're always going to have like this fear that you're going to find somebody better and go off and be with somebody else. Don't encourage it. Don't egg it on, because it's already intense. Okay? And I have faith that the majority of you won't do that or won't be tempted to do that. But those of you who are, just be cautious, my dears, right? Don't play with this person. I don't think they can handle it. They really can't handle it. But I feel like with this Devil card here, like they are building their life around you. And they're doing like, it's kind of like the Billie Eilish song, Rebel Yell. I'll sell my soul for you, babe, for money to burn for you. Like whatever you, like, I will do it. Whatever you want, I will do it. And so be gentle. Be gentle with this person, Virgo. You may want to check out your moon sign, your rising sign, your Venus sign. I know a lot of people swear by their Venus sign when it comes to love and romance. So you may want to check that out. Or your moon sign. Some people say their moon sign resonates more, and some months it might change or fluctuate. So check it out and see what resonates most for you. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. If you go to calendly.com/amethystangelite, you can definitely schedule a private reading with me there. I will get the weekly forecasts where I talk about everything other than love up here in a little bit. I apologize. I did not do a weekly forecast for the week before I posted these love videos here. And I know I've been a little inconsistent with the weekly forecast. I'm just going to let you guys know right now real quick. I'm working on getting a diagnosis. There's things that's been going on with me for a long time now. And they've been getting in the way of me being able to post as much as I would like. And some of it is spiritual attack, and some of it is the spiritual attack is being allowed as a blessing to bring in some solutions for whatever was already lying there, whatever was already in existence. So once I can get that diagnosis, it's going to better help me like know what I need to do for myself or take care of myself, which is going to allow me to be more consistent for you guys. I'm not going to get into the details because I don't have anything confirmed yet. But as soon as I know what's going on with me, I will share it with you. I will let you guys know, because it could be helpful for some of you. Some of you might be going through the same thing and not knowing what's going on with you. So I will share as I know more details. But in the meantime, I do thank you guys who've stuck by me, who've been there for me, who have, not gone anywhere. Thank you. I appreciate you more than you know. Thank you for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. And I'm wishing you all a wonderful, wonderful February. Take care, my dears. See you all.